Hello, my name is Ryan Ellis, and today I will feature for you count 'em, four Jext Telez pedals, going in the respective order of the circa 2019 white pedal version 2, then the circa 2022 Range Lord, I almost said Range Master because it's based off Range Master, then going into the 2018 version 5 of the Dizzy Tone, and then finishing off, I'll hear it and you'll hear it for the first time, this particular copy, a circa 2023 Canyon Climber 2. Across the board, all of these pedals use new old stock germanium transistors. The way that these transistors work is by passing electricity through the germanium, which is the first element named after a nation, in this case, Germany. Or so the Germans would have us believe. My favorite pedal among all four of these is Yes. I guess I haven't heard the last one, the Canyon Climber, but I'm confident. Jext Telez, they make quality products. I love everything I hear. And we'll find out together, but I'm quite confident it's going to be a winner chicken dinner. So first off on the docket, we have the 2019 version 2 white pedal. The Jext Telez white pedal version 2 has that Vox Conqueror amp sound as used by the Beatles and the Rolling Stones in the mid to late 1960s. You know, the Rolling Stones just toured last year celebrating their 60th year as a band. 1962 they started. And the last show, the final show on that 2022 tour was in Germany. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Noteworthy on the white pedal, let's hear it now, are the potentiometers. Let me find a pick. Actually, let me turn the amp on. That might help, right? All right. I'm using a hot-rodded 1977 Rickenbacker 4001. I'm the third owner of this thing. And it's got a Seymour Duncan. You hear how loud that thing, how sensitive it is? It's got a Seymour Duncan neck pickup. Like that. All right, now just for fairness, for the sake of fairness, I gotta show the other two positions on the mid range, and then show you full on. All right, good enough. And then the last position, then full on with the bass all the way up. Love this bass, love that pedal. Now I'm gonna blow your ears off with this bass. This is the Jext Telez dimed out right here. Love that pedal. Now that, for you folks at home, that's the Jext Telez white pedal version 2. It is a treasure. Get it if you can. The Dallas Rangemaster is what the Jext Telez Range Lord meets and then exceeds with its 3-way selector switch that gives you a boost between high, mid, and low. There is a bass buzz at the bottom of the tone that this particular model of the Jext Telez Range Lord offers, and I am touched by its prestidigitation of notes. The Jext Telez Range Lord really picks up every nuance, rewarding your deftest legerdemain. You can achieve that 1970s Black Sabbath growl with this, Listen for that same sound in the 1970 Black Sabbath set at the Rock Circus in Frankfurt, Germany. They open up their set that day with the song Walpurgis. Or so the Germans would have us believe. I don't really achieve that same growl because when I play through a guitar on that amp, I use a $10 1981 boombox, cassette boombox. So I need something more powerful to kind of for it to drive to get that growl. But let's just hear it on the bass right now. Let's hear what it sounds like, because there's like I said, that bass buzz at the bottom of the tone. All right, here it goes. It's gonna be loud. Woo! Let me turn that down. I should say, like I said, prestidigitatus. This really makes a lot out of little. Makes a mountain out of a molehill. After all, they call us a boost pedal for a reason. Woo! I gotta turn this down. You know, I do play it a bit, but kind of when you compare them like this, you know, the level switch I have to do between the white pedal and this is really like, it's a boost pedal. You know, it's doing its job. And it's got a blue tip black glass OC44 transistor inside. Different ones have different transistors, but they all accomplish the same goal, just a slightly different flavor to it with the kind of transistor being used. Like I said at the beginning, germanium passing through, or electricity passing through germanium. Love this pedal. Now that's with the low switch. Let's see the high and then the mid. Now personally, I noticed this pedal, the high and mid really give a more noticeable boost on a guitar compared to a bass. But that low switch has the most effect, or you know, that buzz, like I said, that bass buzz at the bottom of the tone. But here it is with the high being engaged instead of the low, the high range of equalization. All right. Now this is the mid. See, this mid range. This one's kind of fun, because you know the voice, the human voice, is a mid range sort of parked equalization. So kind of gets you in that range. I love this pedal. It's got a good boost to it, and pairing it with other pedals gives it a whole other life or a whole other purpose, which is for another day, and I've done it in another video, in fact. But just on its own, you can hear it. It's very beautiful. And there's a famous story. Brian May had a Dallas Rangemaster, and I believe in 1973 he was at a gig. And, you know, he's too cool for school, can't take down his own gear, so he's got a roadie, takes down his gear for him, leaves the Dallas Rangemaster at the gig. Someone obviously takes it home, and next show he's got to play it, and he's like, "Where's my Rangemaster?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't think it did much, you know, didn't think it was that important." I'm trying to do my British accent. Oh, here, might help I have a British hat on. I didn't think it was that important, you know. That sounded a little Beatles-esque right there. And anyways, he needed it for the next. That's his sound, you know, the Queen sound, not just the Red Special, not just the Marshall amp or whatever. I think it was a Marshall amp, but that between there, the middleman, the range master. In this case, I got the range lord based off the same. And John Deacon made, because he was studying electrical engineering before he went and joined the band Queen, made, and just a couple transistors, a very simple job for someone as advanced as him with his studies. He made one for out of a silicone transistor instead of germanium for, what's his name, for Brian May. And then another gentleman, Pete Cornish, made one or some for him, and then eventually I think made a rack mount of the same rack mount version of it. Long story short, this is a lauded sound used by legends, and I encourage you to try to get one for yourself so you can get that same sonic bliss. What we have here is a Jext Telez Dizzytone. The Jext Telez Dizzytone is an auditory photostat of the Italian-made Elka Dizzytone. The Elka Dizzytone is said to be itself a one-to-one match with the earlier Baldwin Burns Buzz-Around pedal. Jim Burns, the founder of the Burns Company, which then became Baldwin Burns, is said to be the British Leo Fender. Or so the British would have us believe. Dimed out, this pedal gives me that 1969 Woodstock Star Spangled Banner sort of tone you can hear. Contact. Thank you very much. I'm going for it right here. I just recorded this last week in Detroit with my buddy Lee, and I love this pedal to death. But let's hear it right now on the bass. This 1977 Rickenbacker 4001. Love this thing. Woo, loud. I can already tell. This pedal, but like I said, it has innumerable combinations, and I have to say that the Jext Telez Dizzytone version 5, any version I suppose, has more sounds contained within it when you switch around the different knob combinations than Scheherazade had bedtime stories for her husband. I'm telling you. All right. I'm gonna play one more thing on. I love the Dizzytone. Let's just switch around the knobs a little bit. So that knob all the way on the right is the attack knob, sort of like a tone or timbre knob. So I just turn it sort of from bass more to treble kind of sound. There's something called unity gain, where you turn down or take off, roll back a little bit of one thing, and then you lose a lot of sound, a lot of volume, a lot of gain. So you got to boost it from the amp to make up for that loss in volume, and that's something you have to face with this pedal. But it's worth it because the tones you get. Sorry, I just had to turn up my bass a little, my amp a little bit, but you know, the tone, you hear that? It's different and it's good. And the other thing, the other setting was good too. It's just so many good settings on this pedal, all these pedals. Love this pedal. Let's change the sound a little bit again. Now this time I rolled the middle knob down, which is balanced, sort of like the bias, and I rolled back up the attack knob, and then the left knob is sustain, and I still have that at full. All right, now let's take that sustain off. All right, so I just did a kind of a unique combination so you can just hear what it sounds like. Yeah, love this pedal. All right, folks, here it goes. About to do that unboxing. And now the time is near for me to play this final canyon. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll love this pedal, that much I'm certain. Or so the Germans will have us believe. Now let's get to this unboxing. Throw down my pedal, my pick. Can't think of words right now. All right, here it be, the JT 2023 Canyon Climber, not version 3, version 2. I don't think there'll ever be a version 3, because I'm hearing that this is the final Canyon Climber. So let's unbox it. This is CC2 LE 2023 Almond number 7. So CC2 Canyon Climber 2 LE limited edition 2023 almond color configuration, signed by the builder himself, Mr. Bob Ebeling of Jext Telez, Bob Ebeling and Colin Simon 2-man team. What's that thing on Borax, like a 20 mule team or something like that? They're better than Borax, or whatever that Ajax or. Okay. Ooh, it's in bubble wrap. All right. Here's oh boy, oh boy, a bevy of stickers. Well, I ought to give some of these away, to spread the love. And then finally, the coup d'etat. Oh, look at that. I was gonna say here's the pedal, but lest I forget, on the bottom you have yourself a Merry Little Christmas and a couple of Jext Telez stickers, and then some little feet. And set this box down. This is the pedal. It's nice and light in my hands. It looks real sharp, and I'm very excited to hear this thing, this puppy. This is number 7 out of I don't even know how many run, but limited run. The Jext Telez Canyon Climber version 2 is built to the same specifications as version 1, with the artwork being the only difference. Or so the Germans would have us believe. I have it on the veriest best source that the Jext Telez Canyon Climber version 1, version 2, it sounds pretty evil, crazy, and kind of amp-like. So let's hear it right now for ourselves. Now first the clean tone. Now let's engage this pedal. I have the knobs, where it sits, there it lies, as I found them. That is a hot rod. I was saying like this is a hot rodded bass. That is a hot rodded pedal. Very, very buzzy, active. Okay, now I gotta turn my amp down. Speaking of hot, I'm coming in hot. Now I also have it on good authority. This is based on the Shin A. It's a Shin A pedal, fuzz pedal from the 70s that a producer for Father John Misty was quite fond of, and I believe his name is actually the guy on the pedal, Jonathan Wilson. So here's me playing this dimed out with the Vanity Switch Engaged Canyon Climber version 2 2023 Almond Edition on my 1977 Rickenbacker 4001 into a 2007 solid state SVT 450 Ampeg. What am I going to play? Switch to settings. Now that's on Vanity. Let's go to, it's on Hipster. Let's go to Vanity. I wonder if like Hipster and Vanity are like, wasn't Vanity one of the singers for Prince? I don't think there was a hipster, a singer named Hipster. Oh, it's like a lower power. I'm just gonna leave it on Hipster because I'm sort of a hipster. I rolled back the left knob all the way. Let's see what it sounds like. I rolled the knob so far back it knocked off the instrument cable from my bass. Here it goes. Turn up my volume. right, let's switch out those knobs. Roll back one, roll up the other. Oh. So maybe that's sort of like a volume knob. So let's roll back the left one halfway. Such a nice sound. I would almost compare it to the dizzy tone that we just heard earlier, but it's got a more focused sound. I don't know how to say it. Like the dizzy tone is they're all these that I played today. All the Jext Telez pedals are very clean. I almost wonder if like the dizzy tone has a noise suppressor after like a couple of seconds that it's just so good on that front, and this is like that, but in a slightly different direction. Like I would compare it to the dizzy. I would love to hear what you think about this. This is the first time I'm playing this, and I've got headphones on. We'll see what I think in a little while, but. Either way, I love this pedal. It sounds different. It doesn't sound the same to the other ones. Maybe, like I said, similar to the dizzy tone, but it's got its own tuning, its own feel. So I'll play it some more now. Actually, you know what? Let's play it on a different bass. That's my 1977 Rickenbacker 4001. Now I'm going to play my 2008 American Fender Jazz. This is the floor model from Guitar Center I bought. I'm the first owner. Not the first player of it, though. I'm sure a bunch of people played it before I did. But I really enjoy this bass. Different sound you're going to hear now. Try some different settings on this puppy. All right, now they're both rolled back halfway, to 12 o'clock. Scrumdiddlyumptious in an auditory sense. Boy, that pedal sounds nice. Like I said, I compare it to the dizzy tone. I almost want to do a quick A/B comparison, or you could just rewind and hear for yourself. Or what was I playing on the dizzy tone? See, this is a smoother sounding pedal. Like there's not as much like throatiness to the growl. It's more, like I said, more focused. Can you hear it? I hear it. Very nice pedal. It is its own thing. Gotta say that. Gotta make that point. Gotta make that emphasis, that distinction. Okay, I'd almost be remiss if I didn't show this on the Git fiddle. Now I'm playing Git fiddle through an amp now, a bass amp. In fact, I'm going to play it shortly through this thing behind me, the little boombox 1981 Panasonic. I would almost say, before or after me, nobody's played nicer pedals on cheaper gear. This is a guitar I'm borrowing and a $10 boombox from a thrift shop. I spray a little contact cleaner in to clean the volume from being scratchy, the volume knob. That's so funny. I barely had the volume on. It's already it's already blasting through. You hear that? It's a 1981 Panasonic boombox. I'm playing a cheap old guitar, and this pedal is shining in spite of those two poor quality variables. Home of my heart, I sing of thee, Michigan, my Michigan, thy lake-bound shores I long to see. Michigan, my Michigan, from Saginaw's tall whispering pines to Lake Superior's farthest mines, fair in the light of memory shines. Michigan, my Michigan, and when that happy time shall come, Michigan, my Michigan, that brings thy war-torn heroes home. Michigan, my Michigan. What welcome from their own proud shores, what honor at their feet will pour, what tears for those who come no more. Michigan, my Michigan. That's Michigan's anthem. You don't have to believe the Germans about it or not, but that's Michigan's original anthem, written during the Civil War. And I would really want to encourage Ted Nugent to write new lyrics and Motown living people to write new music. Ted Nugent, because he could write lyrics reflecting this is the winter wonderland, the hunting, the nature, truly the glory of Michigan that will outlive the Motor City or even the Motown sound. But the Motown sound itself, okay, it's timeless. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it would outlive the Motown sound, but nature, I suppose, is bigger than art. But the Motown sound should be what drives the melody, and Ted Nugent's mind should be what drives the lyrics. Anyways, that is the conclusion of this video. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ryan Ellis. This is the Jext Telez shootout, I suppose I'll call it in retrospect. The white pedaled version 2, 2019, the Range Lord blue tip black glass OC44 from 2022, the Dizzy Tone version 5 triple black OC44 from 2018, then finally the Jext Telez Canyon Climber V2. Out of time, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Canyon Climber V2 from 2023. Thank you.